to portray their characters well. Even the great actors, they don't stop learning. No. Do you understand? They don't stop revising. They don't stop learning. They don't stop trying to perfect on their arts. There are things you will do. Meaning, if you, like, I grew up, having a mentor from abroad, which is a Queen Latifah, and that's because I look like her. I loved Monique, Jennifer Hudson before she lost the weight. Now Oprah, because of mannerism. These are people that I know. Okay, I'm like them. I be like them. So for you to be an actor, you probably just look at someone. Like if you give me an example, someone I think you should study. Because you just study her line of acting, her style. You watch her films and all that. Is what's this woman that Tyler Perry is always using, that shot the film where no, someone remind me, I'm always forgetting this character. The black lady that Tyler Perry used in the recent movie that was very hot, that he what's the name of the movie? You don't know the film?
I'm trying to.
The film was very popular. Her husband cheated on her after she spent like 18 years with a man. Gave the man her mother's money. She inherited her mother's money. Gave the man. The guy was trying to build
not
a
Angela
battery.
Bassett, is it?
No, but she looks like Angela Bassett. Do you understand? The guy was trying to build a battery, this thing. The movie was hot everywhere, especially in Nigeria. I remember her name before, so I'll just give you, because you look like her. Do you understand? So someone like her, you try and watch her more often. Just look at people that you can really, you can fit into their shoes. You look at their style of acting. Genevieve, at some point, was acting Gabriella Union. Even if you see her style of acting and all that, you will just know probably this is cool. She's imitating and all that. So most times what I also do when I get scripts, I try to understand the script and exactly who they might be, because the truth is, script writers, as long as you're writing, you also
have somebody.
Yes, there's somebody you're also trying to portray in your head. Do you understand? So sometimes I just get to the script writer that, okay, well, I'm writing this, who do you think? I try and at least look at the international ones. Do you understand? So that helps me. So I also go watch the person and imbibe the character inside of me. So that's it. Basically, these are part of the things we need to understand, as before you become a strong actor. There's always a need to train, no matter how little the knowledge is. Do you understand? It's important for you to train. You never really stop training. Like when I did Lekki Wives, okay, do you understand? There was never a day I went back home and went to sleep, and that's because the lines are engaging, not just engaging. They were very, very they were strong lines, and to me it was challenging. It was something new, and then I just needed to at least make a point, prove a point. And the truth is, Blessing, who is the owner of Lekki Wives, she writes, produces, directs. That lady doesn't play. She has zero tolerance for if you're not a good actor. Like there's a movie she just did. They are all new. When we did Lekki Wives, I think I was practically the most famous face there. Do you understand? Everybody was practically new. But she looks out she knows talent spot on. She looks out for the talent spot on. So these are the things, like when one goes for an audition, it's not enough to just recite the line. Do you understand? You must go through the script, understand what is playing out there. Like the things I do, I read my script like almost 3 or 4 times. Now the first time is to understand the script, understand the story first. Without preference to my character, because that when you understand the full story, you'll be able to help you break down each scene. For every scene, you know what's going on there. Now after that, I give you the rest. I come back again. Now this time to understand my character. In the bit of trying to understand my character, I need to carry the character you're playing alongside, because you not only memorize your own line without knowing the line of the next person. Because when you have the line of the next person in your head, it helps you know the expression to take And of course, it depends on who you're acting with, because some people are they are like method actors. They can switch off the lines for you. In fact, when they switch it, you two will be confused. That's the truth. If you play with someone like Ramsey, you will be ready, because he can switch it on you. But the truth is, as long as the director still gets his feel that this is still an interpretation of what the scene is, he's good to go. And then if you are not spot on, and that's because all you know is your line without knowing his, and the truth is, you need to know his and wait for him. Yes, and wait for him, so that whatever expression he gives you, you will be able to internalize it, knowing fully well that, okay, you know your lines, you know what the story is talking about, you know what this scene should happen, you know how you should react, and then the reaction comes out and falls into place. So that's it. Then the third one is to now know my lines. That's when my lines, because you have to know your lines. Someone like Blessing, she writes very well. She writes like 4 pages or 5 pages of lines and drama. After Lekki Wives, I know say yes, I sabi act. Oh boy, when they say you will see lines, acting in Asaba, let me tell you, Asaba made it so easy, that when I get script in Asaba, I don't read all this one. I know they read all that one, all line, like one line. Huge disconnect between people and then you wait for the next person. That one too will come. Yeah, fine. A few good ones was fulfilling, but I wasn't really fulfilled as an actor. As an actor, you should always hunger for more, to break grounds. Yeah, it's not easy in Nigeria, especially with some of us that are weighty. They tend to stereotype us.
Yeah.
They tend to give us only mama room.
Mama room.
But I won't lie to you guys. There is a need to lose weight in front of camera. So I'm also advising myself while talking this.
The camera and light.
Yes, weight is something I've always been struggling with. So how do I do these things? There were a lot of things that almost killed my career. Example, costumier. Do you understand? Now, costumier, they can't give you clothes that will fit you. They want you to wear so it became a problem. These were part of things I struggled with, which is why I also now decided to start a clothing line. Yeah, it's not very functional now, but these were part of the things, because I found out that my money, they finish for clothes. And most times, in order for me to just keep up, I have to bring my own clothes to set.
Absolutely.
Not because that's what I'm actually negotiating with them, but in order to keep my side tight. If not, the customer will give you what you don't like. And then the truth is, when you wear what you don't like,
you won't feel comfortable.
And
then
it just affects.
It will affect.
And then coupled with the industry we're in, most actors are not very, very encouraging, especially to the new ones. These are things you probably do. If it was Nollywood self, probably someone like yourself would only tire like, what is this, because it's a few people who will encourage the new ones, especially when they see you coming. And what I mean by when they see you coming, someone who sees you like a competition. Nah, this girl should go past me now. Wow. I've had issues like that. I've had issues where, I don't want to call names, but I've had issues where you're acting with an actor. When it's then we were shooting with one camera. Now when it's time for them to take your see you, the actor switches off. How do you engage? Do you understand? The actor switches off. He starts dropping you the line. Like, he might be doing something else and be dropping you the line. But because the truth is, acting, it's engaging. You have to give me, I'm acting, I'm looking at your eyes. And then there is another thing.
So why is the person doing that?
Yes, you don't look into the eyes of your next actor, especially if he's an intimidating actor. Because when you do, that little moment can take
throw you off balance.
Yes. So I look above here, eye level here. It doesn't matter. That's what the camera will see. The camera will still see it like eye level. So I try to look just slightly above your eyes. Do you understand? Especially if the person is intimidating.
So that it's not like you're looking.
I've had that. I've had situations like that. And then you will see situations like that because the actor is so grown. He's almost even beyond the director to correct the actor. So as a new actor, you have a lot to deal with. I'm one of the few people that really encourages, when I see, yes, especially growing actors who struggle with their lines, because you see this thing called camera fright. It never really stops. So you cannot attest to it. The moment the camera comes, that fright, I still have camera fright till today. That's the truth. That tingling sensation comes in first. Maybe after a while, or how comfortable you now get in, before you just forget that the camera is there. Do you understand? Sometimes, afterwards, I just see that, okay, I could have done better. The reaction didn't follow and all that. It always happens. But it's also good because it helps you. It helps you to always want to grow, as an actor. So, as an actor, you need more training. If there are classes, you don't just train with particularly one acting coach, as much as you can. Do you understand? Like, I still go online to learn how these things are done in Hollywood, in as much as it is not the same. It doesn't apply to us in Nollywood, but I still try and do these things, to help my craft. So till today, it's still a struggle for me with the costumiers. Yes, costumiers, they will still keep saying I'm making it look like so. And the camera, no matter how you say it, the camera increases. It gives you a 2 inches frame bigger than what you look. So for every time you see someone, she looks bigger. He or she looks bigger on camera.
That's right.
Yes. It must increase you 2 inches. In fact, those days when they were using VHS, it'd be like the thing they even
that one don't work.
It'd be like the thing they even expand. So that's why you see every actor. That's why it's almost like a norm that you have to really look. Drop the weight. Someone like me, I'm not interested in dropping that kind of weight, but I still try. Once in a while, after a while, like I've been trying all my life. I go to London, enough McDonald's and all the shopping, and all the biscuits and drinks and fizzy drinks is getting me back to knowing that, okay, when I go back again, I still have to, start. Now, sometimes, in order to show your dedication to acting, some roles comes with special things. For example, I've had to cut my hair completely in a film before, in as much as press carried it. Adaora was paying 3 million to cut her hair. But these are things you see, when it's out of passion. You understand? There are some roles, like I love roles that are challenging. When a role is challenging, I love roles that when I see the script, I cannot sleep. Do you know what that means? Yeah. There's a movie I just finished shooting. It's called The Boss Lady. When I got the script, hey! Even my husband was tired. Like, what's this? I read the script. In fact, I read the script. That thing, and the truth is, that's how you know a good script. The script that you want to get to the end. That's how the viewers feel it as well. When it's well interpreted, of course, by the right actors, because the core things that make a good movie first starts with the script. When the script is good. So, like, I'm not a firm believer of, I don't, even as an actor, I don't do every script. It became a reason why some marketers might not call me for a job, because they will say, Adaora, let us see script first though, because I'm not, at some point marketers can pay money into your account before they send the script to you. You know how marketers were doing those days. You knew the industry then. It was part of why they even sacked. What word will I use? That they were banning the first 10. But you see that ban changed the industry. Yes, that ban changed the industry. It gave way. Yes, all the actors. It went viral. People talked about it, and so all the actors moved to another level. In fact, by the time they unbanned them, nobody was ready to come back because they all moved to the next level. Now, why did they give the ban? The ban was basically because they felt these actors were becoming too much. They were becoming too proud. Their money was rising. They were ordering for too much money. But they also forget that they helped these actors with that. Now, when an actor starts selling, marketers will marketers will call. Not only call. Now the marketers can call. A marketer can call the next marketer. Hey, how much you pay Mercy Johnson? Now 500,000. Okay, they call a Mercy Johnson or Mercy, I want shoot film on. And you know, that one will say, are they booked till maybe, for example, now we're in September, are they booked till November? The marketer will say, no, now. I make I give you 1 million now, maybe for take my exactly. And so she moves from 500,000 to 1 million. Now this was how they were rising. You know, so at the problem they created became a problem for them, and then they sat down to say they ban, which is unheard of. It's not a marketer's thing to ban. It's the Actors Guild that can ban their actors because you're hiring them. You don't sit down and say. So at some point, the kind of negativity that came with that banning for the marketers and grew the industry for these people. Hey, yeah.
How you doing?
Hey, thank you.
Hey guys doing?
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Now the kind of negativity that came to these marketers, you know, what they now started doing is silent banning afterwards. If you go on their bad books, they just silently ban you. You just say jobs are not coming again. They don't talk about it anymore. You know. So what am I saying in essence? It's a crazy industry. It's a crazy industry. Our problem is actually too much. Now, even as an actor, we have that. Now, even as a producer, I'm seeing another side of it. Again, you know, as a producer. Now, these things are basically the challenges I had to deal with. I think my biggest challenge as an actor was costume. And then because you use your clothes, you can't repeat them. That's you know, it's showbiz. You understand? Right. It's showbiz. This is what the industry wants. Like even right now that we have the new Nollywood, they call themselves the cinema boys, cinema and cinema girls. A lot of them came from London and US. They come to take over with all their express princesses. And then they call, at some point we started calling them, I just got back. IJGB, you know. So, you know, thinking about Nollywood space and all that. The razzmatazz now is even worse. Paparazzi now is even worse. What's So you see, these things are what is expected. It's not just because of this is what is expected of the game. That's why it's called show business. The show must go on. That show part is part of it too. And so that's why there is a lot of hype, a lot of things. Even you yourself, you have to hype yourself. Nobody will hype it, they hype it for you. Now, there's another thing again that works for some people. I said I was going to talk about it, which is controversy. Some people, like I had a PR person who I started speaking to. And then at this stage in my career, you want me to build some controversies around myself, create that controversy. But my brothers and sisters, I tell you, this is what works
for some people
in Nollywood. Yeah. The problem we have now is the people we are feeding, which is the people. Do you understand? I'm really not sure what the people want. So you'll be very surprised the things that sell. Negativity sells. I know an actress I can call that have trended a lot on controversies. It didn't stop anything. My endorsements are on the rise.
That's right.
People are talking. You know, the thing is, back home, they believe the more you're talked about, there's nothing like bad press. The more you're talked about, there's nothing like negative publicity. So it depends. Now you know where you want to choose your own.
Every publicity is good.
Whatever that works. And then the truth is, you will see negative publicity, and then the person gets endorsements afterwards.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The good girls like us.
No, for real.
We are still DL. So the truth is, you choose your path. Whatever that works. When it comes to entertainment, I don't judge anything completely. If nudity works for you, you will look more. You choose your path. You see Kosi. As Kosi goes on nudity, Kosi has a huge following.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know, it just doesn't give worth to your kind of style.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah, you'll be known all over the place. You know, you mingle with things you're not supposed to. But it doesn't just give the word. So as far as I'm concerned, after a lot of controversy was coming out recently online, a lot of actresses, Genevieve had a birthday and called a few. You know, someone actually said, Adaora, you're supposed to be there. And truly, I'm not supposed to be there, you know. But, you know, that picture, Amatala was in it, Uche Jumbo, Genevieve, with them, you know. So they represented the Nollywood we knew. You know, the Nollywood that,
the old times.
The old Nollywood, not these new ones that they are just there, everything is bass, you know. Sometimes I don't even understand the industry I'm in now, you know. So these are part of the things. They call it, some people call it packaging. So it depends on how you package yourself. So the truth is, someone will say the difference between pekiri and plantain chips is packaging. All quite the same thing, 90s. All packaging. One is sold for 10 naira, one is sold for 100 naira, you know. And then in the bid of trying to grow your craft, you understand, the more you grow on it, the more for a proper team. You know, I tell someone that if I had it and I was sick in my life since, probably I don't know where my career go. The truth is that I think, yeah, he said Adaora was always, but he has forgotten the deep talk he had with me before we even started anything in London, promotional and all that. You know, when someone talks to you and goes and prick into your heart, are you sure you're ready? Because this can come up. Because this, you know, that word kept repeating all the time. And then I just told myself, no matter how challenging this feels, you just gotta do it. Just do it. You know, it comes. Sometime at some point you feel like, am I doing the right thing at least? How many years down the line this thing is not fulfilling? I've had that low moment a lot. Especially now that I started investing. And then after investing, you will just find out that you're almost not even making the margin of 400,000. Do you understand? And then you're wondering, what's all the stress for? Because making a movie is a lot.
It's a lot. Marketing.
Yeah, making a movie, the act of making a movie is a lot. You know, so now that I started producing too, I started seeing the whole game again in a different light.
That's right.
So I have decided that I don't want to have controversy. That I'm an actress doesn't mean that I won't keep my marriage. Do you understand? That's the way I want to build it. The way I chose to build it sometimes is slower. Do you understand? The controversy part is faster, you know. But at the end of the day, sometimes it hits really hard. Right. Even though sometimes I get to my heart, ask myself, does he really do it hit really hard? Maybe I should even create itself and see, let's pause. You know. But
when it's your time, it's your time, and you're gonna shine.
I tell people, whatever that works. You know, I in fact, there was one time a controversy almost came out of my name, per association, you know, and the press started calling me to confirm the story before they publish. Now, to me, I felt good because that means, you know, when you hear, there are some people you hear their name on something and you know, no, not this name. This is going to rub off. Do you understand? So every press that called to confirm made sure that my name wasn't part of the story. And it was something I was grateful for, knowing fully well that, okay, so this is how I built my brand over the years. Now, let's come to brand building.
Branding.
The branding, you know. So when branding, you know, when you want to brand, a lot of things entails in branding. That's mostly Daniel Singh's parts, you know, PR and publicist and strategies and all that. So you have to do a lot of interviews, you know, as long as it's going to add up. You do appearances on TV, as long as it's going to add up, because I'm always about adding up. That's how I also feel with my script. When I get a script, it must add up. Like, I'll always look at the script. If it doesn't add up, then I'll probably just charge them and let them walk away if I don't like the script. Or if I like the script, fine. You understand? And in the terms of branding, you know, over time, you know, this work like money. I don't know how it presents itself in the UK, but in Nigeria you spend a lot of money. You know, you have to look good, whether you like it or not. You know, that look Number one, the look is what sells. It's tell you that. That's why it's like almost like, okay, because it's showbiz, it's all part of it. You have to look good. You have to work on yourself. You have to know your makeup, your dressing. You have to have a stylist. You want to go out. You have to have cameramen follow you. You know, it's a lot. You know, sometimes it's overwhelming. Like I would not say, like, okay, recently, YJ did a video. You can check it out online, where she was complaining. Apparently, she has put in so much money, and to her, it's not coming in as much as she's putting in. She started getting frustrated. And the truth is, these are people with the talent. There's something I've also noticed. Sometimes, even those with the core talent, you know, just doesn't have the front seat. I don't know how that happens. And then you see the ones that they are just everywhere doing bass, you know. And then, you know, that bass is helping them grow their fan base. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's the people that is the problem. Do you understand? Okay, like for example, the last film I shot, 3 sides. Let me digress a little to producing. Do you understand? 3 sides. I saw the script. It was wonderful. I put in my sweat and blood to make 3 sides. You know, it's a story on child molestation, rape, incest. I saw it and I felt okay. I wasn't going to spend too much money. Yeah, even though I spent eventually, you know, and I'm still going to get reward for the money. To me, it was advocacy. It was going to be impactful. People are going to like it, and I put in everything. Do you understand? Now I shot it for African Magic Showcase. When I went to Showcase, the first thing that hit me was the content I shot. Nigerian market does not like any form of advocacy. So this one, we say this one get breast cancer. How did it happen? Self-pity. Apparently, the problems we have in the country is too much, and people want to laugh. And people want to laugh. So you make a movie that is supposed to give big, you know, very strong content like that. I tell you, it won't see the light of day. You're not going to sell it. African Magic has this thing about they don't like to show nudity. If you shoot sex in, they remove it. They don't show sex, they don't show nudity, they don't show blood, they don't show incest of any form. Do you understand? So digressing a little bit is that's why I said when I started producing, I started seeing in the industry again in another light. Do you understand? So before you even go into the market, you should know the market you're going to furnish. Before you even shoot a film. So it's not enough that I saw a good script, wonderful script, as it is sweet your brain. That's what happened with me with 3 sides. So I'm gonna play, you know, I'm going to play, you guys will watch at least the adverts. You know, I did full soundtrack, I mean, I'm saying a trailer of 3 sides, you know. But when African Magic told me the things they don't air, they loved the movie. They even actually started telling me like, okay, maybe you should reshoot this. But the truth is, the content of my movie is rape, murder by blood, by a knife, you know, and incest. The father started sleeping with a stepdaughter when she turned 18, and so he became a norm every night. He would wake up. The woman knew, even when the girl started complaining. The woman told her, "Don't worry, she will soon go abroad. Forget to now they sponsor." You know, because they live in this highbrow area. So she wanted it to be a family secret, and the man should have his way. The truth is, these are things that happen. Every time on the online, you see things like this, you know, happening everywhere. And then you put it down in a film, and content buyers are telling you, sorry, we don't want to air such. So to me, that's like us living in denial. But then, when you can't beat them,
you join them.
You join them. Because at the end of the day, he who makes a movie is making for you to at least make money, no matter what. Do you understand? So to me, it's a lesson learned. You know, so these are things that, you know, one needs to understand even before you produce. That's why movies like Jennifer, you know,
very funny.
Jennifer, very funny and widely accepted. Do you understand? So basically, people want to laugh. Okay, the same time simultaneously, I shot a movie for another producer called Fit Farm. Now, Fit Farm is a story of one. It was I and Frederick Leonard was a story of one sharp guy, a slim guy who had a gym, like running the biggest gym in town, and then the wife is a glutton. She's at home eating and blowing up. Do you understand? It was just me and him. See drama everywhere. Both of us were just, and to me, it was a beautiful movie to shoot because both of us understood the character. I was enjoying it because it wasn't far from me. Somehow I like to eat, so I brought out the comic part of me. Well, as I speak to you, every platform is showing that movie. This is a movie that I've never really seen when a movie run concurrently on DSTV. Like Ebony Life is on DSTV. African Magic Showcase is on DSTV. They buy and showcase. Urban is showing it. Ebony Life is showing it. I called the director. That's it. That's the content they want to see. Do you understand? So we don't go shoot to tell the world how this how far.